Talking with Zach Bell in London at the conclusion of the World Cup final and Olympic test event, where Zach just finished third, bronze medal in the men's Omnium. Zach, it started real well, sort of went a little wobbly in the middle and then came together at the end.
Yeah, that's why it's 2 days long. It definitely started off well. I think I've been progressing consistently in that flying lap, and that's good because I really haven't done a lot of work on it. So technically, just been able to stay on top of it, which is really exciting. The two in the middle, the points race, I'm generally on top of things, and I think I just had a little luck not go my way. I was in 8 of the 10 moves, and the 2 moves I wasn't in got around. So that's just the way it cookie crumbles sometimes. But that elimination, man, that was the first time I got pretty emotional after that, because I really think I'm starting to figure it out, and I just lapse of concentration and kind of a freak situation in terms of the pacing, and I was just caught out. So but to bounce back today, is positive, really positive, especially in the venue here and with the caliber of the riders that was here. I think it's taking away mostly positives with some lessons that are going to be important for the games.
Now, I mean, it's got to mean something being up on that podium and thinking about that in a few months. That podium is going to mean something totally different. Were you thinking about that when you're up there?
One step at a time, Rob. I think it's good to be here and to kind of get off on the right foot. But yeah, it's going to be a completely different ball game. The thing that you take away from this is just that the steps that we're taking, with the team, with the coaching and everything are moving us in the right direction. I think I'm catching the guys I need to catch, which is got to be a little bit worrying for some of them, I hope. So that's good.
Now, Oranga, the Colombian who won, I mean, was he a bit of a shock, or did you know he was going to be so tough?
No, I mean, he's solid, and you can say that about any of the guys in the top 5, and the guy that wins is the guy that just doesn't make any mistakes. He builds his Omnium around his consistency in that pursuit, and that's a hard thing to overcome. So he's a solid bunch racer, and he won in Colombia, and he was solid all last year. So he's going to be a guy to contend with for sure come the games. I mean, especially if he can keep rolling on the form that he is. I was more positive about how I was able to compete with him in his banner event, the pursuit, because that's, I think that's going to be the ticket to beating him is staying close to him on that pursuit, and because he's good in the bunch races, but like anybody, he can get caught out, and if you just pick the right allies, you can put him behind the 8 ball. I mean, he's not superhuman. So
now, what about Worlds? Obviously, that's the next event. Anything that is going to change or get fine-tuned before you get to Worlds based on what happened here?
No, I mean, I think this was a bit more of a target. I mean, Worlds is definitely significant and important, but I'm going to spend some time with SpiderTech on the road, and just to kind of gauge how that'll affect the form, and to work with Steve on developing the program moving forward, because they're going to play a big role in the development from here on out. So I think that's kind of the key in the next little while, and Worlds it's close, so carry some form and see how she goes from there.
Well, again, congratulations.
Thanks.